I guess you could say this video is about Edgar Allan's stories, not about Edgar Allan's poems. Now that I've told my stupid pun, we can move on. Should you read Edgar Allan Poe? Well, the answer depends on you because it's subjective. I categorize books into three different forms. The first is philosophical. In this category, there are books which gives profound insight on life or just makes a statement to inform about certain topics, inform me about certain topics or just shed light. For example, Voltaire's Candide. And the second is sentimental books, the books where you feel really emotional at the scenes and the people and you gain an empathy for the characters because the writer really shows you their backstory, what goes in their mind when they're taking some kind of action. And the third is entertainment, thriller books or other books that are meant to be for entertainment come in this category. And I think Edgar Allan Poe's stories don't come in the first two, the philosophical and sentimental, because there is no kind of statement in his stories. I can't call it horror because people who call Edgar Allan Poe's story horror are the same people who would call orange juice spicy. I acknowledge his contribution to the mystery genre, and his poem The Raven is amazing. A grief-stricken man lamenting to a raven. Now that's emotional. I think it's his only work that makes you sentimental. But it's all assumption when you take his stories and say that it was meant to be like this, the subject was because of this, or just making assumptions, because that's what it is. And some people say that his stories, there are symbols in his stories, but I'm not buying into that. How do we know what went to the writer's head when he wrote it? For example, in one of his stories, William Wilson, a young man is chased by someone who just looks like him and tries to destroy his life basically. But in the end he realizes that it was maybe just him. So some people might say that it's a symbol of self-destruction, but it's a very subtle way of making a statement, or he could have done that very easily in very common words. Or his story, The Telltale Heart or The Black Cat. It's really hard to say what the subject is about, what the story is telling us. We can only make ambiguous assumptions. So if you don't like ambiguity in stories and want the story to be simple and make a statement in clear words, then it's not for you. But if you just want to study his work or just read for entertainment, then you should read it.